my name is Tracy Hyde, and I am from the great state of Alabama. Down here, visiting my good old dad for the Christmas season, and I'm getting some winter training in. You know, a lot of people don't know how many beautiful lakes and rivers are in the great state of Alabama. Right now, I'm on the Tennessee River, right in South Huntsville. And the Tennessee Tombigbee Waterway is a beautiful river ecosystem here. A lot of my friends that I met this year from a lot of places asked me, do you have any water in Alabama? Guys, look at this beautiful river that I grew up paddling and swimming in. Alabama has some of the prettiest waterways in all of the world. We have runs like Little River Canyon, the Mulberry Fork, and the Locust Fork, which are the home of the Alabama Cup Slalom Race Series. We've got a lot of canoeists. I changed over a few years ago to a C1. A lot of people were surprised that Alabama, this old girl who's paddled a squirt boat, a kayak, and a raft, and a belly yak, and whatever boat, and they said, wow, Alabama, we're surprised you know how to paddle a C1. And I'm surprised that people were surprised, because we have more canoeists in the great state of Alabama than anywhere else. We have a really great open boat community. The Birmingham Canoe Club has a really great active community, and the Huntsville Canoe Club has a really great active community that a lot of people don't always know about. Our boaters in Alabama, a lot of the guys that I first started boating with were pioneers of some of the finest, steep creeking whitewater runs. Because we're here in the Piedmont region, over in our Sand Mountain Creek area, we sit on this really wonderful mountain chain, and it's basically, they're the foothills of the Appalachian chain. And so they create some really amazing creeks and rivers. Little River Canyon, guys, my fellow friends from New Zealand and places like this, and Slovakia, all my friends from around the world. Little River Canyon is outrageously amazing. It's kind of a bigger volume. It can be pretty big, pretty good sized volume, kind of river, drop pool river run. It's not huge volume, but it can get up there. Our rivers, a lot of our rivers here are fed by like rain, natural flow rivers. We do have some dams on our Alabama lakes and streams. And we have a lot of really good natural whitewater here. Little River Canyon has one of the really beautiful, steep, big drop at the beginning, big old 40-foot drop. And guys, one of the coolest things I've ever seen of this 40-foot drop, a lot of people are like, can you really run anything in a slalom boat? Really? I tell you what, the coolest thing I ever saw in all of my days of existence was when I was like a really young lady. We had a really great racer here a guy named Lucky Howler, and he ran that drop down at LRC, not the two-tiered one, but this one right in the middle, and he cleaned it in a C1 race boat made by a company called Mad River Canoe. And I tell you what, that was the most beautiful thing I ever saw in my life. And at that moment, I knew that eventually my goal was to become, in the whitewater sport, was to get proficient enough to paddle a C1 boat. What a lot of people don't realize about the C1 boat is, our women are just starting, right, like our women are just starting to race. We're just allowed to race in 2020 and the Olympics. We're just starting to paddle. See what? Police. Women in Alabama has been paddling canoe forever. Guys, I know a lady named Jennifer Taylor that's been paddling forever. Patty Kellum, Helen Sparks, these are, some of our staples of our sport. These ladies were the pioneers in the state of Alabama, and they were, really strong ladies, and they'd take these open canoes. They'd follow the guys, and they'd run down and be just killing it, So we've been paddling canoes here in Bama for a while. Now, I just started paddling the boat because it takes a long time, I think, to be able to paddle a canoe effectively. One of the things people are kind of dogging on the ladies here, oh, look at their technique, One of the things they don't realize is the women C1s at the international level, a lot of them, got out of their kayak and started paddling C1. And when they first got onto the scene, man, they hadn't paddled C1 very much. I tell you what, those girls, I want to tell y'all, those international women learn quick, fast, and in a hurry. And we've got some ladies that are boss and paddling very fast now. And then we've got some women that are just coming to C1 because they see what a cool boat it is and how wonderful, and they're just getting hooked on the boat. I tell you what, I have paddled a lot of boats. I've paddled wild water, I paddled creek boats, I've paddled kayak. All of my boats have been kayak. When I started paddling C1, I was like, okay, that's it. This is my boat. I love paddling this boat, and I think it takes a while to kind of refine your skills enough as a river technician to be able to understand how to effectively move the boat. One of the things that a lot of people in sort of elite level sports like to do is they like to kind of specialize. That is one way to do things, but it's been my experience as an athlete. I've had all kind of whitewater experience. And, I just started. I'm going to tell everybody something. I don't like to reveal this, but I'm 42 years old, right? And my first real coaching, I didn't start getting coaching till I was in my 30s. So I was an older athlete before I started even getting formalized coaching. And so I taught myself to boat, right? And so one of the things that really did help me, because I was really blessed when I first started boating because I had a wonderful, lady that was my coach, Kathy Hearn, and what she did was she's a really, really wise lady, and she was able to know that I was able to transfer a lot of my prior boating ability to my current boat. So she and I talked, and she said, Tracy, one of your goals is to learn how you can transfer all of your paddling into C1. So that was one of the things I really worked on. And so I've been working on that for some time. But big thing I wanted to do today for everybody is show everybody how pretty Alabama is. Look at that scenery. It's magnificent here. A lot of people don't know a lot about the South. And, you can't always believe what you hear on TV, and what you read in the history books and stuff, because some of the times when you read these things, it's like we have ideas about certain regions. But I want to tell you, the town I grew up in, Huntsville, Alabama, is one of the best, we have so much technology here, it's amazing. Like the space program it originated here. So folks from Alabama, we have a pretty good school system here in Huntsville. And folks from Huntsville, do a lot of activities. And our Birmingham folks, we've got some classy folks in Huntsville. We got some classy folks in Alabama, And so I like to do what I can. I have been traveling for so long, there's a lot of places I've called home. I like to kind of, wherever I'm at, I feel like it's home. And one of the things I do as an athlete is when I'm in a region, I will post up, hey, I'm here, this is my home right now. So, but always, Alabama, my home's in Alabama. you know, so always that's where my roots are. So, you know, I love coming to visit my family, and, you know, over Christmas time, and it's such a huge blessing. So God bless you all, and Merry Christmas. I'm hoping that all my friends in the social media community will have a good and Merry Christmas this season. Thank you, and God bless.